The new recruits were crazily chewing on roast chicken just a second ago. The next second, the drill instructor completely broke them. They had thought he was rewarding them for training too hard. But just as they were enjoying the food, the instructor led them to a sewage pit. Suddenly, the chicken in their hands didn't taste good anymore. The instructor told them they had 5 minutes to finish eating in the sewage pit. If they failed, they would be immediately eliminated. Faced with the countdown, and not wanting to be kicked out, they stepped into the dirty water. Still, some of them couldn't handle it and left. Then, standing wasn't enough. The instructor told them to sit in the sewage. More recruits gave up at that point. The ones who stayed sat down, but the smell was so bad they couldn't eat. The instructor said maybe the chicken wasn't flavorful enough. So, he picked up a rock and threw it into the water. The splash didn't just add flavor to the chicken, it also soaked their bodies. Their mental defenses collapsed. One recruit stood up and shouted in anger. He couldn't take it anymore and wanted to leave. The others tried to talk him into staying. One even dipped the chicken into the sewage and stuffed it straight into his mouth. The recruit was shocked to see his teammates fighting so hard to stay. Some started feeding each other dirty chicken. In the end, the recruit chose to stay and ate the roast chicken covered in sewage and mud. But the hellish training didn't end there. Later, while the recruits were sleeping, the instructor walked into the tent with a water hose. He sprayed the sleeping soldiers. In an instant, everyone woke up. They shouted and complained, but the instructor ordered them to line up. Driven by instinct, they quickly ran outside and formed ranks. To refresh their spirits, the instructor decided to do something romantic. Watch the sunrise while carrying 30 kilograms of weight. By daytime, he had them stand in a circle. Each person had to hold 2 bowls of water perfectly level. Spill 1 drop, and they had to do 100 push-ups. If they shook from fear or cold, they wouldn't be allowed to eat for an entire day. The instructor used many methods to train them harder. First, he fired a gun into the ground. One recruit collapsed in fear and earned push-ups as a reward. Then, he dumped a handful of sand on the second recruit. Another push-up reward. Finally, he started physically bumping into them. If they fell, they had to do push-ups. More and more recruits earned their rewards. After seeing all this, what do you think of this kind of training?